Mm-hmm. What about were you on a low dose steroid as well?
I was only for 6 days, month ago. I just took it excuse me, because I was really in pain. So that 6 days I took the steroid, it worked really well. I feel really good, but I know it's just temporarily. It's not, permanently. Yeah, that's all I did. That was like a month ago or so, more than a month ago, maybe 5 weeks.
When did your pain spike?
Today's Tuesday, so it was like Friday.
This past Friday?
Yes.
Okay. So that's actually pretty good though, that it didn't spike until Friday. So tell me, have you changed anything? Have you changed what you're eating? Exercising, stress?
No, nothing. It's same. Very simple. I took the grains out. You told me take the grains out, but I add the meat, which is chicken breast and salmon and all organic, everything. And then fruits and vegetables. Yeah.
How much meat? How much meat did you add?
Not every day. Like if I eat, excuse me, if I eat the lunch meat, I won't eat night.
Okay. Perfect.
So I more eat the lentils, beans, like I cook, like soup,
Okay.
And then if I eat the meat, I won't even eat like a whole breast. It's maybe 1/3 of it, it's not whole thing. By ounce, maybe 2, 3, most 4 ounce. Any meat I eat, chicken or ground turkey breast too.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I'll take a look at supplements and I'll contact you.
Okay.
Okay, and see what we can do. Did the temperature change at all?
Yeah, it's getting colder. I'm thinking maybe it's another reason.
Was it a drastic change? I'm just trying to figure out
Yeah.
And it could have been that it just, as the methotrexate got out of your system, that it was just Friday kind of was the mark of it, but I want to make sure that there wasn't another fluctuation that could have occurred to cause that spike. But, I do want to just say, healing, I wish it were like this. It's not. It's like this.
It's okay. Yeah.
But I don't want you to be miserable. So with your wrist, I'll also send you some interventions that you can do in the meantime if you're not already doing them. So
I am going to physical therapy for it, for my right wrist and shoulder, that I always have problem with them most. And then suddenly my left wrist started last few days ago. I'm like, oh, and instead of go better, I'm adding more joint pain. Instead of getting less, getting more joint pain. So that was kind of disappointment, but it's better. After that physical therapy, I've been doing it, and I've been doing the exercises that she gave it to, and I did kind of getting better with exercise and physical therapy.
Okay,
so I can move now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's not RA. My left wrist is not RA. It's tendonitis. That's why that's what she told me.
Okay. I'll take a look at supplements and see if we can take them for a couple of weeks to get the inflammation down.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Who wants to go next?
I guess I can probably mention that I think I pretty much finished up all of my heavy metal detox. Yay!
Yay!
I made it through. So yeah, that wasn't fun at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm so proud of myself for doing it and
Good.
getting it over with. And I think that, I mean, in the long run, I think what just ended up happening is that it was almost like my body kind of interpreted it as if I had a surgery. You know, I was purging a lot of this junk that was not supposed to be there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I think it kind of had maybe like a bit of a stress response going on.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday was my worst day, but when I've had surgeries in the past, day 4 was always my worst day, and that was yesterday. But I already know that today is so much better. So
Good.
I know I'm really looking up.
That's awesome.
And hoping that's all that I get from here on out because,
Okay.
you know.
Yeah. That's when you're talking heavy metals, it's no joke, and especially when they've been bound down for a while. So that's a great job that you made it through.
Yeah.
It's also so to me, whenever it kind of reproduces some of your similar symptoms, it's actually a pretty good sign, because that's the concordant sign, right? We know that's what it is. That's causing.
I mean, it sounds super weird to even say this, because I mean, I'm the only one who really knows how I feel and what's going on. But literally, I mean, I have to think that I was exposed to this stuff when I was like 5. And so it's been there for over 35 years, you know, and so my brain has just developed all around this stuff. And I mean, it feels different. I mean, my brain actually feels different. And I know that it's still healing, of course. You know, it had like 13 different spots in there, you know, so
Right.
I know that there's still healing that needs to go on. And I can even feel it in my spine. There's some little certain spots that are just a little, maybe feels like a little bruise kind of. But I think that might have to do with muscles too. So it's so hard to tell. But I mean, I can already tell, and I know that it's different and that it's better.
Good. Yay, you did it. Finally, guys. We went tiptoeing up to it and then back, and then tiptoeing.
I know. I can't wait for everybody else to be able to do this, you know?
Busted through. Well, luckily, I mean, going through heavy metal detox is actually one of probably the hardest.
It was not easy. That was not easy. And I think it was a shock to my body for sure. And that's all it's doing right now is it's just calming back down. And it pretty much was like, oh my God, what'd you just do to yourself? You know, but it's getting better.
Good. You're still taking the Minrax.
I was for a couple of days. Now I can't remember. I think I just took one yesterday. I have not taken one today yet. But if you want me to continue those, I can certainly do that.
I do.
And
for another month, if you would.
Oh yeah, sure. I can do that.
Yep, that would be good. Just to make sure that, you know, because it depletes the minerals.
Okay.
So.
And I wasn't sure how long that would take to actually get back to the.
Yeah, let's continue the Minrax.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll talk to you too. I want to hear a little bit more about everything in the process and see where we need to make adjustments from here.
Yeah, sure.
Congrats, Katie. That's
Thank
awesome.
You.
All right. Who wants to go next?
My feet are not swelled up like giant elephant feet anymore.
I heard.
Feet back.
It looks like you lost weight. Can I just add that? It looks like she in her face. I can see it.
I'm continuing to lose weight.
She's lost a lot of weight. How much weight have you lost?
64 pounds.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So I can't, I'm having a hard time looking at myself in the mirror. Who is that person and where'd all those wrinkles come from?
Well, I don't see any extra wrinkles.
Oh, it's just weird not to have a double chin and
Right. Has it snowed? You're in Colorado.
I'm freezing here in Colorado.
Can tell. Yeah, I can tell.
It's been snowing for 2 days now.
So your feet are back?
My feet are back.
And are you still wearing the compression?
No, I stopped wearing them. It just didn't seem to make a difference.
Okay. So sleeping any better?
I bought another bed.
No, you didn't.
And, yeah, and it was too hard.
Well, she's on 3 beds now since being in the program.
So thankfully they're all.
If anybody needs a bed, Candy has 3.
Getting refunds, but
Good.
right now I'm sleeping on a blow-up camping mattress, and it has some give to it, and I've been able to sleep a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've actually got some rest.
Good.
But nothing's as soft as my waterbed.
Oh.
And
it's just so hard to get up and out of it.
And out of it, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's been an adjustment, but I feel like I'm gonna get past it.
Good.
I just gotta find a decent bed.
Mm-hmm. So you can send that one back too?
Yeah.
Have you tried, I personally, I ordered Tuft and Needle. Have you heard of them? They're very affordable. They're out of California. They're sourced appropriately. It comes in a box. It's foam, but it's not as soft as I also tried a Leesa, Leesa. That was too soft for my husband's back. But we really like our Tuft and Needle. You may want to try that, and they have free returns, or you can even donate it and they'll return your money if so we donated ours to no, we didn't. We donated maybe our Leesa. I don't know. But can you guys hear me?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it said that my internet was bad. But why don't you try that? Comes in a box. Tuft and Needle.
Okay.
Not too hard, not too soft.
Okay, I need something
just right.
I have super broad shoulders. So I need something for my shoulders to sink into, because I can't sleep on my back. I can only sleep on my side.
Is your pillow right?
Oh God. I probably have 30 pillows. No kidding, that I switched from back and forth, and my neck will be broken, or it's not enough, or it's too hard, or it's too fluffy. I've struggled with pillows, definitely.
Okay.
So
if we can get you sleeping, I've been saying that.
Yeah.
And then using the restroom. It's gonna make.
The I Love You.
Is that helping? Massage?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
But still confused on when to use the prune juice. If I should just do it every day.
If it's not helping, then let's just hold it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's kind of when I get really miserable is when I'll go ahead and take a dose of that.
Mhm.
But I'm so radical. Oh,
Mhm.
I won't be able to go at all, and then the next day I'm going every 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
um, but I
Keep it
think
up.
that will have a little bit to do with my eating habits because I'm having a hard time eating enough.
Yeah. I know you do need to slow, make sure you're getting enough calories
Yeah.
because
Um,
we don't want to lose too quickly.
right. So I'm trying to eat.
Mhm. Good. Good. Okay. Well, yeah, I got the note from Casey, and so everything I loved what the advice that she told you. So keep up with that, and let me know if you need anything. I did check. I tried not to work. I did pretty good while I was gone, but I did check your numbers
Yeah.
to just make sure everything was on track. I checked I got some labs in, and so I was like, you can't get the email that labs are back and not be curious about what they say. So
Yeah.
I had to just peek. Nobody was up yet. I was sitting on a balcony. It was fine. All right. Who wants to go next? That's awesome, Candy. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. I know yours seem like little bitty, but like you've got your feet back. That's huge. You're doing good. That makes me proud.
Yeah.
We're gonna get you there.
I'm hoping so.
We will. That's good. That's all I need. That's all I need you to have is you keep hoping because you're doing the work. So just make sure that you continue to just keep working positive mindset, positive affirmations. All right. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next since I'm on my way to work now.
Awesome. Jump in there, Brittany. How are you?
I am doing well. I sent the SIBO test off last week, and got the email that it had been received, so that was good. And I'm still doing the low FODMAP, and that's going fine. And yeah, I mean, I feel good. So
Awesome.
oh,
Awesome.
and I got all the new supplements in too. I just need to now. See, I've been on the brain sustain, like doing my smoothies with that. I finally got all the rest of them together where now I need to put them in my little pill container.
I know. That's the one thing that I dread doing on Sundays because I have to do it
Yeah.
for the entire family. It gets on my nerves, but it helps the week go so much smoother.
Yeah.
So remind me, Brittany, when did you start the brain sustain?
I think probably last Thursday. I think that's when I got it in.
And how are you doing? It hasn't changed your gut at all? I'm asking because of for Tana. I'm like, yeah. Has it changed your gut at all?
Not that I can really tell. I mean, I'm still struggling with a little like constipation where I'm not going every day, but then I'll finally go and it's fine, and it's not. I mean,
You can hear them.
Yeah, it's just still a little bit of constipation.
Okay.
Issues.
Okay. Well, so the one thing that you could do is pull the brain sustain and see if that impacts you, right?
Okay.
Because that's that's the thing. I really want, it has so many amazing things in it, so I want you on it, and same for Tana, but yet I am a little cautious because it's rice and pea based, and so that can provide kind of high fiber, and it can feed the fermentation that occurs
Okay.
and can, can cause some gas, some swelling.
Okay.
So,
Well, I have not noticed any of that.
okay, good. Just the constipation. Okay. Well, I say then keep pushing fluids. Are you doing
Okay.
warm, like lemon water first thing in the morning?
No, I am not having lemon. I mean, I'm having water. I haven't added lemon to it, but I can definitely add some lemon to it.
Yeah, add some lemon to it and just make sure that it's lukewarm.
Okay. I can do that. Usually
That's
I keep
first thing
water
in the
by my
morning.
bed at night, so
That's
it's
right.
always room temperature when.
Perfect. So just add a slice of organic lemon to it.
Okay.
The ancient Ayurvedic technique. And you may want to hold breakfast until you've had a bowel movement.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Awesome.
And I'm just having the smoothie for breakfast.
Okay.
Is that?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Question, I guess, for her. What does she put in her smoothies since she's on the same as me?
A little bit of either oat milk or almond milk or coconut milk, and then I was adding like some bok choy and blueberries. I'm out of my bok choy right now, so I just added some blueberries today to it.
Okay. I have one recipe. It's getting boring, so.
Okay, yeah, I just kind of like whatever little frozen fruit, and the boring drinking a smoothie in the morning, it doesn't bother me having the same thing every morning for breakfast. So sorry, I'm not much help.
Okay.
I know, I'm the same way. I just do the same thing. I'm like, just my smoothie.
Easier that way.
Yeah. All right, who's up? Ashley, how are you doing? Oh, I've got two Ashley. I know, I've got to remember this. Hang on just a second, Ashley. So go ahead.
Okay, I've been good. My anxiety is much more manageable from 2 weeks ago.
Good.
But I want to say it's definitely like still like moderate to like it's, I feel like I'm definitely, I guess, still anxious. It's definitely not where it was before, where I was like, please, Leslie, help me. This is bad. But I don't, I keep telling myself it's just part of the process. You just need to go through it. It's okay. So I guess that's where I'm at. I know it's when I'm still just taking the candicidal and the other micro twice a day. I haven't upped it to 3 times a day just because I don't know if that's going to make me more, or I don't know if that's the reason why, if it's die off, and that's why I'm a little bit. Physically, I feel great. Like physically, I it's like I've been walking a lot and doing yoga. Like I've been very active, but it's all mental. Like I'm just super in my head and really hypersensitive, and just it's like it constantly brings me back to like, I don't know, like something's just always weighing over me in my head, and I'm like, you're fine, you're okay. It's just been kind of annoying because I think I was like that for so long, and then I guess I started with everything and it's like I felt amazing, and then now I just kind of feel like there's been a dip in like, oh, like I have this apprehension feeling around me, and I'm just, I don't want to try and figure it out, but
good.
It's kind of like, I'm just kind of like,
Don't put the why to it. It's, leave the whys to me, and just acknowledge and accept it. Let me ask you, what do you feel like your biggest trigger is? Like what kind of pushes you over the edge of to get it going? The looping thoughts and things to that nature.
The looping, and it's funny because I could have sworn shortly after I wrote, you asked me how I was doing, and I had been good for those 2-3 days, and then again, I don't know what the trigger is. Like I don't know if it's fear or if it's because it makes me go back to kind of where I was before that was really scary. So maybe it's like that association of like, oh no, like I'm not progressing, or but there's nothing in particular I think that is kind of my trigger. It's just like, you know, I recognize, oh, I'm here again, you know, my mind. And then I'm like, am I just really tired? Is my mind just, you know, but for me, that's kind of how I get my anxiety. So, I kind of already know that. So you know, it's just like, I don't know. It's not really a trigger, but more kind of like a fear or something that, oh God, you know, this is happening again. And then if I'm aware of all of the secondary thoughts, you know, that, but I'm like, okay, you know, these.
And how is that serving you?
Oh no, I mean, I'm aware of them, and I'm just like, okay, like be here. Yeah, I'm not going to pay attention. It's just not a big deal. When before it would be like, oh my God, it was like, I'd really believe it or something, you know. Now I'm just like, okay, all this is here, you know, it's okay, you know, this shall pass.
Can you try, so what I'm hearing from you, I feel like what we need to do is we need to try a new strategy when you are feeling it. It's something, whether it's art or writing it down or turning on music, singing, dancing, like utilizing some form of art to like get it out and release whatever it is, that whatever the fear, whatever you feel like is like, just let it out.
Got it.
So either whether that's writing for you and just like writing and writing and writing and writing. Sometimes if I write things down, it's out here and not in here, and I can like give myself that space. Or if you like to paint, like expressing something. But I wonder if we need to like switch it up in that manner. I also am going to ask you, because we're not going to know until you bump it, because this could either be the underlying gut infection. I don't think it's still die off at this process, usually because we back down. So usually that will subside. So my thought is it's still the interruption of the neurotransmitters, and so we just need to push forward.
Keep going, push forward. Okay.
The only way that we're going to know is if we push forward and symptoms increase. That's the only way that we can know. But right now, staying frozen here it's not serving you. So I think that we need to up your intervention in terms of when you are feeling that way, you're doing everything right. So you're recognizing like this thought process isn't going to serve me or take me to a good place. So I'm going to express it and acknowledge it and love it and then move on.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. I mean, it does when my kids are around and we turn on the music and it's like, you know, it kind of goes and I'm totally fine. We went to a wedding. I had a blast. I feel like maybe I just need to like let loose a little bit, maybe be a little bit more social.
And that's okay. It is okay to do that. Yeah. Cause see, and again, it's like, we get stuck in that, like you're being defined again.
Yeah.
And that is kind of where you were when we first met, was just like fearful to do anything for the fear that the symptoms would get worse or come back. And so again, that's just keeping that HPA axis activated. And it's not good. Okay. Will you report back to me by Friday? Just let me know.
Yes. So should I bump it to 3 times a day? Okay.
Up the candicidal. What are you doing with you're doing the GI Microbe X?
Yes.
And you're doing that two pills twice a day?
I feel like the candicidal, I was taking that 3 times a day. Like I was feeling fine. It was when I started to add the GI Micro X, like when I started adding that plus the other one that was kind of not included, that's when I got the huge like panic anxiety.
Mhm.
And then now that I'm just doing, but I noticed when I was, when my GI microbe hadn't come in yet and I was doing the candicidal 3 times a day, one time I even took it 4 times a day, I was fine. Like I didn't have, so I don't know if this is what I need, I feel like I'll push through, you know?
Pull it. We're not going to, let's not push through. So let's pull it.
Okay.
And we can only experiment. Okay. And so we now let's pull that first for like tomorrow. Don't take your evening dose. And then maybe keep candicidal. Let's just go ahead and bump candicidal to 3.
Okay.
Tomorrow. And
Perfect.
just discontinue the GI microbe X for the moment.
Okay.
And then give me a report back. Stay at 3 and give me a report back on Friday.
Okay.
And let me know. And then what we may do is try to reintroduce it again and see, does it create that symptom?
Okay.
Like a plan?
I'll do that. Yes.
Okay. Perfect. And if you feel like amazingly better, then we probably will not even reintroduce it. So let me know before you go down that path.
Perfect. I will.
Awesome.
Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. All right. Who's next? Rebecca, Kathy, the other Ashley Summers. Go ahead, Kathy.
I've just kind of been staying on the same eating plan as the elimination until you see my diet, labs and so forth like that. The only thing different that I've tried is I did try eating some pistachios, and that didn't work for me. Still having lots of gas, bloating, and last night my legs were swollen a little more than they have been.
Okay.
Today my hands are swollen just a tad, just a smidgen, not much, but I can tell that they are swollen some. And that, I think I've been doing fairly well.
Good. And you got your report back. I saw all of that about the water. And yeah, we're going to get everything. I'm sorry, this is torture, but I know everything. You just haven't found out yet. So
that's the hard part.
That is the hard part. But I can lay it all out for you. What, Thursday lunch. So we will get all of that, make any adjustments that we need to make.
Okay.
But, it does explain everything. So we'll get you feeling better.
Okay.
You're still exercising?
I'm doing some exercising. I did actually this morning I did some stretches, and I did some planks, and I did a little bit of yoga this morning.
Good. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, keep it up.
Thank you.
Yep. We've got some stuff to kill off in your gut, and then that'll help with all the weird swelling gas and all of that.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Ashley, you want to go next? Here,
So I'm just in my second week of I've done 2.5 weeks of the elimination diet, and then I'm doing great. I feel like I'm not like hungry or anything. I'm eating. And actually Katrine helped me last week, because she said that to add like a scoop of cacao to my smoothie chocolate, and it made it so much better. So I was like, okay, I can do this. And I feel like a lot better. I'd say like 70% better with my joint pain. So it's been huge. And I'm just kind of, like I had that really dramatic, after I started the diet and the supplements, change in functional, ness. And I think I'm just kind of like even right now. So, and I started taking the grapefruit seed extract, and I've done that for probably 4 or 5 days now. And I just wanted to know, like, I kind of feel a little bit queasy after I take it, maybe that's normal. But
it is normal. I do too, unfortunately. So you know, I'm very sensitive to supplements. Now, how much are you're just doing one? Or are you?
Yeah, one twice a day.
Okay.
So, and it's not bad. Like, it doesn't really. I just thought, is that a normal?
Are you you're eating first and then taking it?
Yeah, eating and drinking, and really it doesn't like hurt or anything. You just notice that, I felt a little bit different. But I was just wondering, like, how long does it take how long will I be on it?
Are you
sorry?
So hi. Hi. Did you wake up early from your nap?
We have a snow. Well, I kept the kids home today, so because of the snow, so she hasn't had a nap yet.
Oh, she hasn't. So you're running on borrowed time right now.
Yes.
So it will depend. Okay, so it'll depend based on symptoms. I do it based on stool formation, and so at least a couple of months for sure, and then we start to wean back. So and then it depends on stool formation again. So we're looking for for all of us that are taking either bourbamycin, candicidal. Now we're having to take the pure but the idea is to get soft banana and to keep it there consistently for a month and then start weaning it back out. Does that make sense? Did you hear me?
Sorry.
That's okay. Are you okay? Can you hear? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll send you a note too. I'll type it out and send it.
Okay.
Be on it for a little bit. Yep.
Sorry.
But I'm glad to hear that you're doing good. Yeah. That's awesome. 70% reduction is great. And I have your labs back, so I'll be reaching out to you to schedule a time as well to go through everything. Okay?
Okay.
So you take care. You all have a snow day too? You have a snow day?
We're in Colorado, so.
You got hit by a big snowstorm.
Yeah, I just kept my kids home. It wasn't a snow day. It should have been.
Yeah. Got it. All right. Well, you have fun. How many kids do you have? 4?
4.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. And then now Rebecca.
Hi. I just have some questions.
Okay.
You sent me the Panexia on your way out of town, but I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to be taking. So I've just taken 2 in the morning and 2 in the evening.
Perfect.
Okay. I know somebody, I think it was maybe Ashley, was taking it 3 times a day, and I just wanted to make sure, or somebody was.
Fine.
Maybe it was Tana. I don't know.
You can do it either. We're going to do the whole bottle worth. So you can do it either 3 or 2. You'll just do it for a little bit longer.
Okay. And then another question. I did the GI Micro first and now the Panexia, and I'm just wondering, do you retest usually, or do you just say you've taken those, it's probably gone?
So what we do is we do it all based on, again, stool formation and symptoms.
Okay.
So what I'll do, hopefully, bourbamycin will be back in stock, and that's what I would prefer you to be on, right? Or were you in Ursi? I can't remember.
Irva.
Do you know why? Irva Ursi. Do you know? You're like, what language are you?
It wasn't Irva Ursi. It was some, oh shoot. I know it was a 4, but it was some weird bacteria that it wasn't Irva Ursi.
Okay. Were you on verbamycin prior to?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'll take a look. I've got to go back to your lab review to look specifically, but I usually only do 1 round of the antibiobotanical.
Uh-huh.
I think you were Pseudomonas something. And I'll go back and look.
Okay.
But what we will do is I will look to see what you're going to need next, but we'll be on that a little bit more long term. Okay, not too long, but usually, like I was saying with Ashley, we'll do at least 2 full months.
Okay.
Okay, and then what I have you do is I have you start to back it back down and make sure that stool formation stays a soft banana.
Okay, it is right now. It's
Good.
the best it's ever been in my life. So,
Yay!
yeah.
That's like yeah.
So
the happiest report that I could get from just gonna let y'all know.
So when you say 2 months, is that the Panexia or what you're gonna go with?
No,
after? Okay.
what I'll go with the total amount of time.
Okay. All right. Well, if you could look at that, that'd be great. And then my glutathione, I think it is, says that when that's out, I get NAC. Will I look it up under NAC, or is that?
I think it'll pull under NAC.
Okay.
I think it will. I think the SAG is the only one that doesn't pull up correctly, but I think that the NAC does pull as that.
Okay. Okay. And then how long will I be on the I-5? I mean, I like having a smoothie in the morning. I'd like to continue, but that one has stevia and it's so sweet. I don't know. I'm just
oh, it has the stevia in there.
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing that you could do is, so the reason that I put you on I-5 instead of just the OptiCleanse GHI is that the I-5 has IG-2000 in it already put in there. And what that is it's 2000 immunoglobulins to help your immune system fight off the infection at the gut. And really help to decrease like food sensitivities and things like that. So I do it based on the findings from your lab. Now, an option that we could do is if you just hate it, it's just more affordable to do the I-5 versus to do the OptiCleanse and add the IG-2000.
Yeah.
But they don't have, you're right, they don't have the sugar and stevia free, and I really like that as well.
I know. Okay, I'm just trying to decide.
For gut infection, then we can drop it back down to the OptiCleanse.
Okay.
So if that, so you're probably looking at about if you can tolerate it. Otherwise, if you can't, you can go to. Now, what I will tell you though is with the IG-2000, because I get that as well. When I do my maintenance cleanse, it has a ton of servings in it. So, I mean, that may be something that you can just buy and do it yourself if you really don't like that I-5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe order it this one more time, and then next time do it. Well, I don't know.
It's up to you. You don't have to. If you don't like it, you can go ahead and it's the same. It's OptiCleanse base. Difference is it has the IG-2000 in there. So you can just add 14 scoops, or if you want to be precise about it, you just add 1 scoop of the IG-2000 to your OptiCleanse.
IG-2000. Okay. All right. I think that is, oh, just one more question. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, no. Don't apologize.
Wondering how long to do OptiFiber lean. I probably shouldn't be asking that since I'm having perfect poop, but I've added 8 cups of green leafy veggies to my smoothies. So I'm just wondering, do I still need OptiFiber lean if I'm doing that much leafy?
So, your OptiFiber lean is, I have you on it for several reasons, but predominantly for the fiber content and as a prebiotic for your probiotic. So what you could do is come off of it and see if it impacts your bowel movements.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Just getting ready to make an order and just trying to decide what things I should and shouldn't do. So
OptiFiber lean is one that I actually do for maintenance.
What's it called?
I'm sorry, the OptiFiber lean.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I do that.
You do that all the time.
All the time.
Okay. All right. And then I was just going to say,
helps with blood sugar regulation as well.
Okay.
So it is a really good supplement if you can.
Okay. I think I'll reorder it. Okay.
I would definitely, since you're on a really good track right now, I would definitely continue for at least another month doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Okay. I just got a big shot in the arm. I was telling Casey, I just listened to 2. They had a lupus summit. I can't remember the exact name, but it's like 6 days of free videos from experts, and it just got me. I had told Casey I was needing to pull back in my diet and clean it up a little bit, and it's just helped with things like ideas for the green leafy. There's an MD who totally got her lupus under control and wrote a book. And then there's also one, I listened to videos for days. The other one's called Betrayal. Have you heard of Betrayal? It's for autoimmunity. It's I believe 9 days maybe of right now it's free. You can order them, but Katrine's shaking or nodding her head. I guess she saw it maybe too. It's so good. And if you're ever needing a shot in the arm to and so many things that the experts were saying were the exact things Leslie's been telling us. I mean, to a T. Some of they'd say this is really important, and it's exactly what Leslie said. And just so anyway, one, I don't know if anybody has lupus, but one was Lupus and Autoimmunity Summit. It's free right now, starting I think this weekend again. And the other one is free right now called Betrayal. It's a docu-series of 9 different videos, and they talk to experts all over the world. And if anything, it's made me even more radical. Like I'm thinking about no grains at all instead of just no gluten grains. I'm thinking about, this 8 cups of leafy greens, and it's just like, where's this coming from? All of a sudden as far as helping with cleaning up the diet, it really just good information.
That's awesome. I think everybody could probably benefit from that regardless of the diagnosis, because when really at the end of the day, when we all go upstream to our diagnosis, it's all the same. We're all dealing with the same stuff. I mean, some of us have worse genetics, some of us have worse gut health, so what is driving our disease processes are a little different. But still, at the end of the day, the lifestyle coaching, we all know, well, most of us at this point know exactly what it is that's fueling our disease process, right? And so then you've got your information, and then to take little bits and pieces wherever you can, but for some of us, not going too over the top, you know. So what I can caution you about, though, from a strictly no grain standpoint, now some people need that, but yet grains are a very, I mean, like our you know, our pea and our rice it's a good source of protein, but from a non-dairy, I mean, from a non-meat source, from a plant-based source. So you can get out of whack where you're pushing too hard down omega-3s, and it's not staying balanced at all with your omega-6s. So you can go to the other extreme. So you have to be just a little bit cautious of being too radical with things. Okay. I really, really, really am a huge fan of balance. Okay. Do I eat grains? No. I predominantly, you know, I get my protein shake every morning. That's part of my maintenance plan. And then maybe once a week, we will have a meal with grains in it. So it's not like I'm eating a ton of grains, but I completely eliminated them altogether. And I just make sure that they stay organic. And some people are really sensitive. Even a gluten-free oat can be really sensitive to it. So it's just like finding what's right for you. Yeah. Yeah. Do allow a little bit in it because we want to make sure that our omega-6s stay balanced with our omega-3s.
Well, and that's the same with meat. I was talking to Casey about it, and she was like, because of course there was someone, that MD who turned her lupus around, she's no meat. And Casey's like, well, Leslie likes balance, and it's not like you even have to do a lot of it. Like if I have fish once a week, or as long as I keep it in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I predominantly want meat coming from, you know, if you have access. See, it's hard, but if you have access to a good source of fish that is, you know, low in heavy metals and high in omega-3s, that's ideal meat. But I also, I mean, I really do advocate for at least one serving of a really lean, clean red meat per week, if you can, you know. But then I'm working with another lady who's vegan, and she's doing okay. But again, like the fish oil was something that I was kind of non-negotiable, because I've got to get that omega-3 balanced with the omega-6, and especially for someone who is vegan and eating less, you know, omega-3s and meats, it's real hard. You push right out that arachidonic acid. It's highly inflammatory. And then, so anyhow, that's the thing. That's why I love balance.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And, you know, again, the idea, and once as you start, because you're feeling quite a bit better, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah, I got one swollen joint this week. And I started thinking while we were talking, it might have been because I had eggs the night before. I'm not sure. I need to try eggs again and see if that happens again. But no, I'm feeling good. Like all of a sudden I'm not doing restorative yoga anymore. I'm doing harder classes, and I'm starting a jogging, walking, and I
love it.
I'm feeling really good.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, ladies. Anybody else? Yes.
Can I ask a quick question? I know it's late, but along with Rebecca's question on Optifiber, I had one too on Optifiber Lean. Do we have to take three? My schedule is 3 in the morning. And I felt like I've had a big change into a hard stool a few times. So I kind of backed off, and I was taking 1 or 2. But then you just said that, I assume you have me on that for my blood sugar. So how important is the fluctuating from 1 to 3, or do I have to have the 3 for sure?
No,
Can I
if
space them out in the day?
you can space them out in the day.
Okay.
Absolutely. That would probably actually be better for you.
Okay. And then you bumped me to 2 times a day on the Bio-C this time, and it did give me a diarrhea, so I backed down.
Perfect.
to 1. Okay. And I ordered last week, and they told me the Burbamycin was on back order till December the 8th.
Oh my gosh.
Because at our last session, several of the girls had said they had gotten it. So I called to place my order, and I asked about it, and she said, well, I don't know how anybody got it because blah, blah. And she said it actually has gone to back order on to December the 8th.
Okay.
So I didn't know if that was okay or what. But
It'll be fine. Yeah. So you're not taking anything in replace of that?
no, you hadn't given me anything because it was
okay.
The time you put me on it, the back order was soon. So
yeah. Okay. I'll have to look at that for you.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Anyone?
I have one more question. I know you're gonna list out my supplements since we talked earlier, but for the GI ones, like, so some of them we're talking about. So I'm on that Colonex. Like, is that, how do I know when my stools are, like, when I can come off some of those things? And like also how you said don't take Burbamycin while I'm not doing the grain for breakfast or whatever. And should I be dosing up the candicidal still? Because I'm only taking 1 after every meal, so I'd 3 a day.
Yeah, you need
so I was doing candicidal and Burbamycin until yesterday when you told me to stop that for a little bit.
Yeah, we've got to stop the Burbamycin. So I need you to start bumping your candicidal.
Okay.
You'll do it every 4 to 7 days based on how you feel. So you should be ready. You'll go to 2 pills 3 times a day.
Okay. But just with the Colonex every night and the lemon water and all that. Because we had said back off until you start going.
Yeah. Not of the gut stuff. Just the Burbamycin.
Okay. Okay.
And you'll hold the Burbamycin for probably another 2 to 4 weeks.
Okay. And why is, like, I guess, what's the explanation for that?
Because you have methane gas, SIBO, and it feeds off of one of the ingredients in Burbamycin.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 to 4 weeks. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
How long do we usually say on the candicidal?
So it'll depend based on your stools.
Okay.
Okay, so perfect banana, soft banana, daily for a month. And then you back it down slowly and make sure that the bowel movement doesn't change.
Okay.
Okay. You basically will wean yourself off the same way that you wean yourself on.
Okay.
And do you stop Colonex or other things that you're on?
You will, yeah. Oh, well, yeah, the Colonex will stop once there's a daily bowel movement consistently.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not one that I usually
stay. Okay.
Right. That's kind of symptom management for you.
Okay. And can candicidal, is that just for gut, or can it help treat yeast other places in your body? Like if you had on your nails, or like, or is it just for?
Well, it's going to be more of a systemic, but if you have yeast in your nails, then that's typically due from a systemic infection.
Okay.
So usually
candicidal can help?
Yeah, it will definitely help. Yeah, absolutely. Like I've had some men with like yeast rash. You can actually get a yeast rash on your skin, and that totally went away.
I've had that before under my breast during like very hot weather.
Yep.
So not on a regular basis, but over the years a few times.
I think I actually took a picture of that and had it on my profile of the weird little rash that I would get when I had too much bread.
Oh, interesting.
If you remember that, I had that, and that's all it was. It was just a tiny little, and it always, every time I ate too much bread, that would come up. But I also did have one little toe that had, like, it was a fungus toe, and after 2 months of doing this program, it's gone now.
Yay!
It works.
So much better
doing
than
is
the
working.
medication that they give you at the doctor's office.
Oh,
where you gotta
totally.
check liver enzymes every 3 months.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. All right, ladies. Well, wonderful group call today. I will see you all next week. I took notes. I'll get with those of you that I'm supposed to be looking at stuff. And if y'all have any questions, let me know in between.
I have a quick one. Can I ask? I had to miss Monday's Q&A because of my husband's surgery. We didn't get home in time. And Casey told me that she recorded it, but she wasn't sure how to forward it. Could you check that out maybe and send it to me?
Yep.
I would go back and watch it too if it was available.
Okay. I'll send it out. I'll just distribute it out to everyone. So Casey, Monday's recording.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Thanks. Have a good week. Glad you had a safe time. And Christy, I'm sure that her session was good because her session with me was good, but we still missed you.
Yes. All right. Well, you all take care. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.